Pirates Crib. We're going to talk about Pillage. It's open mic. I'm going to send an invite to the right side of the screen, and you're welcome to join. We're going to have to juggle some people, uh, especially the people making all the noises. And
everybody to Battle Pirates.
all right, who is that? Who is that?
Nobody. It's all good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let me welcome everybody from left to right, or top to bottom. It's Aussie.
Good morning, everybody.
Lady Cat.
Good evening, everybody.
And Kenny.
Hello, hello.
Ben.
Happy Friday!
And Magic Mike.
Hi.
Hi. And Two Doors.
No, I don't know what I'm on about. Go away. I mean, hi.
You don't know what?
No, I don't know what I'm on about. Go away.
Okay. All right. And Stormcatcher.
Hello.
Hello. Alrighty. And well, all right. Just so I can figure out who to. Never mind. All right. We are in the middle of Pillage. A lot of people are having issues associated with Pillage, especially the 128 target, and we will get to that. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of background noise. It tends to distract me at times. Maybe we should start with that. Since Brian usually only has limited time, Two Doors. What has been your experience associated with Pillage?
Yeah, the 130s I think have gone pretty well. I just did one for hex and giggles and saw what damage I got. Then I used a suppressor as needed. I've been getting my damage down pretty low, so that part's fine. There's a learning curve.
Numbers?
I think I started at like almost 4 hours because I made a driving mistake and I didn't suppressor out the thing. I think my best run was a little under an hour and a half, but that doesn't feel near optimized, and I only have U1 on some of my ships.
Okay, alrighty.
And I have some of the new X armor on the 5000 survival on some of them, but not all. The 128 and my Praetorian fleet has at least 2 of the new X armors on each of them. The flagship has 2 new M armors, and everything else has 1 except for the 5th. The 5th has one of the older ones that was 1600.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting about 3 hours-ish, a little more sometimes for that. More of the damage is on number 5, but I think that's because of the difference in survival. I'm sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah, I was just saying you should stay on or rewatch the show if we go through. I think I'm going to have either Ben or Jeff. I'm going to walk them through a target because I've gotten that one down to 43 minutes.
Oh, okay.
With the Praetorians, I have 3 on my flag. 3 of the new M armors and 3 of the new X armors. They're only 8 hours and change each, and I did that during the last. Raid when I didn't have anything else I could do with my other fleets, so I tossed some armors on those. I was pretty consistent. I was, Ben watched me do one for 52. Before that, I did 46, and the one after that, I did 43. It works out to be about 23 minutes of damage. And I'm actually doing better on that target than I am on the silverfish target.
I think I'll have to see your build after too. A lot of the people say they're running like 12 or 15 sprints, I think it is. Maybe that's for the FM target, but a lot more CMs than I run, which could be part of it.
Yeah, I'm running 14. And I'm not sure build's part of it, but there is some, there's a tanking thing, like, way back when, and I'm using a lot of waypoints. And so I'm going to try and, Ben's watched me do it. I have an awful time streaming the show and doing stuff live. So I think Ben's going to do it. And then we're going to have Kenny, I'll walk him through it because he has, see how it works with him because he has a less than optimal build. So,
That was a polite way to put it.
yeah. And Wayne, if you hit a 128 with fish, there's some words to be had about that because
Yeah.
that's not legal. So, okay. Now I can't hit them anymore. I think you might have hit the wrong target there, Wayne, or misunderstood or whatever what target you were hitting. But let's quickly go through. Right now we're in Pillage. Next week is the raid. We'll try and talk a little bit about what people think about the War Pegasus and what they're going to do with them. PXP, bounty, whatever. Let's go to the next slide real quick. Support for November raid, Pieces of 8 and Beyond the Breach. Pieces of 8 is for the Silverfish, and Beyond the Breach is obviously for the Breacher. And yeah, the U4 upgrade, which I'm still blaming on Aussie. I don't know why, but I can continue to blame him for deciding that we need to have a U4 upgrade. There's no real reason behind it, but besides he gets those leaderboard tokens and gets up to U3 pretty easily. So and we got upgrades for the Praetorian. Not happy with that either. But I guess this is the month for it to happen because a lot of times the second month, there's not a lot of build pressure. But the problem with upgrading is you can't do the FM. You're losing ships in the process. And so now you're forced, unless you have tokens, you are forced to just use straight up gold in order to speed that up in order to have a full fleet. And I don't know. Anybody's thoughts on next week?
Not happy about the upgrades on the Praetorians.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they roll that out. I mean, it needs to have tokens because unless players want to revert back to hitting the 120s, now you've created a situation where people are going to be missing the ships for months if it's the same schedule as we've seen before. So yeah, I'm not happy with that because this is a fleet that we need every day. It's an everyday fleet, or 6 days out of the week we need this fleet besides the raid.
Well, like right now, you got to use them for pillage if you're trying to hit the 128s, plus run the FM at the same time.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. It's not optimal. And all I'm saying with the rollout, they need to have tokens to allow players to participate in the FM. Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking with this. I mean, they took a long time before they did it, but did they think about the ramifications it would have on the players afterwards? So, anything else on BP next week?
All they can do is bring out some TLCs to try and get them tokens and kits.
Yeah, if that's the way they want to go. Yeah,
It's the only way to do it.
Yeah, or we'll get tokens in the raid. So yeah, I don't know what they're planning with this. They always surprise me, this new crew. They always come with something special. So all right, let's
The
go.
uncertainty's all the fun.
Yeah. Yes. It's part of the fun. Part of the fun. We need to keep his quote as virgin as it was, supposed to be. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, just for people that didn't see it, this is the see the little bat wings that come off of the War Pegasus. Just for people that haven't built it, just so you know what it looks like, where it does 144 million damage if with a reload of whatever. It's so just so people that haven't seen it have a chance to see what it looks like. So
Looks a bit like a temple headdress or something. I don't know.
yeah, it more feels like a bat to me, but all right. Should we revert back to let's revert back a little bit to the what's going on in Pillage at this point, and I'm gonna start juggling people again. So any more thoughts anybody has on Pillage at this point?
I'd tell them to you, but you hid me in the quiet room.
Yeah, I was going to
Well,
say
you're
the
not
same
there
thing.
anymore. And
Oh, yay!
well, if you were talking to yourself, that would be an issue.
Well, I kept trying to talk. I'm like, what? Did he mute me? Did he mute me? I can't see. Remember? All I have is a screen.
Yeah, I'm just, we got more people, so more time talking, less complaining.
Okay. You want me to? Oh, my talking was going to be complaining, but I will say something good. I did have something good to say. Thanks for getting BP next week out early. That was very helpful. We don't have to sit here and wait for it.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really early, but yeah, that's okay.
Well, last few times I remember sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting and getting it at the end. So I'm glad it came out.
Okay.
I'm not happy about the upgrades either,
Okay.
but I'm not allowed to complain.
Well, I think your issue in the game right now, from my understanding, is that you took 3 weeks off to deal with a pumpkin, and you got $20 associated with that pumpkin in a library. Well, I'm gonna have to talk to Brian whether that's legal or not. That
What the fuck?
she got $20 for a pumpkin in the library. Do you want to explain any further?
Is this slang that the kids these days are using? I don't.
No, we had a pumpkin a contest.
A pumpkin contest. I don't know what that
I
means
had
either.
the best pumpkin.
Oh yeah, a carving contest. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the best pumpkins. But
So for Pillage,
we're not even talking about Pillage. We're talking about she
talk
took
about
time off.
he's talking about the time limited offer that I didn't. I mean, it came out in a timely manner because I did take time off the game, so I'm not caught up. I need this deal. It's $19.99, and yes, I got $20 today. But do I want to buy this time limited offer or not, regardless of the $20?
Okay. Well, the other issue is the reason that she needs to get caught up is because of the pumpkin that gave her the $20.
Because it was more fun than Battle Pirates.
Yeah, she made like a pumpkin design for
and it paid you money instead of you paying it money.
Yeah. So the time limit for the Pegasus for a player that's been out of the game for 3 weeks, wasn't part of the raid. Luckily, got a chance to catch up in the TLC and get most of the blueprints, and was able to follow that up with the Flying Dutchman event and get the rest of the specials. We're looking at unless you want to put that on your screen, you get 40 tier 8 assault tokens. I'm not saying this is for everybody. I'm just saying this is for people that
Hi, TSM.
Yes.
I'm fighting it.
No.
But Hefe's explaining it well. I'll be quiet.
Okay, but do you want to put it up on your screen? This because I don't know if I took a screenshot of that.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Well, I'll take you off present.
Yeah, I'll have to take me off present while I find it.
Okay. But basically, it's not something for somebody that's caught up in the game because you're paying for 40 Tier 8 assault tokens. Tier 8's going to run unless they do Tier 8.75. There's no way in hell I could spend 40 days on those.
I will find you.
What?
Tier 8.75, tier 8.875, and thus and such.
Yeah. Point 8, point 9.
Nine.
Be able to spend them refitting during the raid.
But that is a good point though. If they offer this in the first tier 9 style like skirmish raid, for example, 6 months later, if they have a tier 9.5 skirmish and those tokens are still usable, that is a good investment. But at this point in time, we don't know if that's going to happen or not. So it's a gamble.
It's definitely a gamble because you've got tier 8. I don't think they're going to let you use tier 8 tokens in tier 9 events.
Oh no, they won't. But like the tier 8 tokens can be used in 8.5 ships. So if they do that again at the first 9 ship, if they offer this deal again for 9s, you buy it, and then the 9.5 stuff comes, and you use the 9 tokens on 9.5.
Right.
Hi TFM.
Right. But wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it be better if it was non-specific tokens? Then everybody would jump on this deal.
Then it wouldn't be $20.
Wow.
Yeah, probably.
That doesn't engender like a pattern of purchasing. Every so many months, you just buy the one and you're good for a while, depending on your skill level. But because they rotate the thing, they're trying to mess with the mind to get you to spend every couple of months $20.
It's working right now. They're messing with my mind.
Well, except for you are the perfect candidate for
I am.
Because you took 3 weeks off to build a pumpkin in order to get the $20
that
they're asking for $19.99. It would have been hilarious.
It wasn't a cause and effect like that. That's just a side thing. That was just a lucky thing. I did not take off to build a pumpkin. I took off because I was mad at this game.
There won't always be pumpkins.
Yeah,
exactly. What happened?
What happens when there is no pumpkin?
Exactly.
I mean, you could actually, if you want, you could show your pumpkin.
I could sell my pumpkin.
You can show your pumpkin on the show if you want to.
$20 and I'll show you my pumpkin.
What am I doing with my life?
All right. All right.
It is a good deal, though, for someone like me. It's an amazing deal, which is what I'm really struggling with right now.
It does.
Yeah, you get 5.
Let's walk through it. Okay.
5 tier 8 assault flagship upgrade tokens. 15 tier 8 assault upgrade tokens. 200 assault upgrade kits. 40 tier 8 assault build tokens. 44 medium tier 8 assault VXP tokens, and if I didn't already have it, the Pegasus blueprint. I already have it. So
yeah, and just so people that haven't done the math, the 44 medium tier 8 assault VXP tokens adds up to 550,000 VXP, which is enough to get an entire fleet up to Scald.
So where I thought I wasn't going to do this raid, I'd just be skipping it totally, since I don't have the guns for the Dragoons either. Now I have an option to buy into the game to catch up.
And party like 1999.
Yeah, party like it's 1999.
And they used to offer. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
And they used to offer U3 for $19.99 if you didn't have anything previously upgraded. But this is U2 on everything. It's a very significant way towards building the fleet itself. I don't think it's 8 days a ship if you're doing 5, but if you're doing 4, it's 10 days. And that's almost completely done with a build. Although it's good to know that it doesn't give you the actual raid tech. You don't get the good missile, etc. But this is a lot going towards just having a fleet basically done for $20. I think they're going to continue with things like this. I think it's a little sad that their base prices are so poor that they have to offer this at like 90 something percent off or whatever to make it good. But it's not a bad deal. It really looks good, and that's kind of why I'm leery of it.
Well, it's just messing with my head. And I don't want to do it for the principle of it because I have been so upset with the game and the direction it's heading. But at the same time, since I haven't totally walked away, this would keep me in the game.
Let the coin flow through you.
I have to consult my magic pumpkin.
He's not a very good quitter, I gotta say.
See you around. Have fun.
Bye,
Okay.
Greg.
Later, Brett.
Bye, Brian.
You're a terrible quitter, Lady Cat.
Well, I really didn't mean to quit. I just really meant to walk away for the day.
Hey, it's like a $20 break.
It kind of was. I did need that break from the game because I was so upset. But what I found out, because I had a pumpkin to work on, that I had more fun not being in the game than I had being in the game. So I was fine with quitting until I realized that you guys mean a lot to me. This show means a lot to me. The players mean a lot to me. The people I play with mean a lot to me, and I wasn't ready to walk away from them and you guys. But I could walk away from the game, and I would have no trouble doing that.
Yeah.
The rest of it.
And then Cuttlefish is, I'm going to wait for the upgrade all to U3 deal. And that's what I'm trying to communicate to everybody. If you are caught up as far as your builds or close to it, you can probably get your something out for the raid. And the upgrade's not really where it's all at. It still could be $19.99 though. That's the whole issue. We don't know what the price would be for that because nobody's going to get to U3 or with the flag U4. So yeah, I didn't know what to think about this, but yeah.
Yeah, probably this isn't a deal for people that are caught up and those high level players. That's probably not your deal. But for people trying to catch up, it is a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to stay with the game.
All right, is it time for? Hey Ben, do you want to run the? After watching me, do you want to run the 128?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me refresh and get it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Then
That's
I'll.
okay. Yeah, we can do that, and then that way we can walk Kenny through it because Kenny's still sitting at 4 hours as far as that target goes, and I think even without making major changes to his fleet, and his Praetorian fleet may look like a lot of other people's Praetorian fleet. I think we can chop him down from 4 hours with a little guidance.
I don't know. I need a lot of guidance.
I don't know if you need that much. I think it's just click here, click there, and I think it would help you a lot. So
Okay, Dr. Hefe.
yeah, so all the girls call me, but yeah. And let me know when you're ready, Ben, and I'll toss you on the screen. And
I'm gonna do it with no crew beings I did earlier.
okay,
For the refit and that, just to get a good comparison for me.
okay. Because okay, just as far as things go, I would the best crew, the dominant crew would be besides using things like the grease monkeys would be the demo squad. Below that would be
Creeping death.
Creeping Death or Steelheads. The Sea Serpents doesn't do anything in this one because if you look at your battle reports, there's nothing that's getting evaded. You get like 1% evade. So don't use Sea Serpents in this. Use it on the 130. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna go crewless.
okay. Well, hopefully his webcam doesn't show up.
Is that like going commando?
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here now.
As opposed to me going clueless.
So, well, once you won the screen share, let me know. I will pop you up, and we will go figure this all out.
All right, will do. I'm waiting on the game, as usual. I don't care. I say this is server-sided lag that I have because it's always what's that screen that pops up?
I don't know what you're talking about at this point. But so you're basically your flag is going to have 3 of the isotope X and 3 of the isotope M?
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to run it out in front just so you can absorb the damage with that extra survival and armor that ship has.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So let me know. Okay.
I know, real thrilling, guys. Sorry.
What's your ETA?
38 seconds to when I'm about to screen share.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. All right, there we go.
All right.
And if you can walk through like why you're doing certain things, even though, or I can do it. What are the two?
Sideways sail. That's why it took so long.
Yeah. Your sneakers were off sideways. So
Had a bent frame. Your dog tracking.
It was tacking into the wind.
Yeah.
Or was it tacky? I'm not sure.
Tacking. Yeah, okay.
Some of these colors on these fleet.
Oh my goodness. All right.
See what I mean? Pretty tacky.
Well, okay. That's not the optimal join in. There's a little lag, but yeah.
It's
I think, he's lining them all up so they're all going the same direction, and then you're going to create a little space between the first ship and the group, and then all right,
Waypoint.
create a waypoint and see how the back 4 ships still go to that point. And so therefore, if he does this correctly, I've never seen him do this before, you're maintaining the spacing. And I'm not sure what's
screwed up.
Yeah. Hey, it's always funny online, but watch out. Okay. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, you're backwards. Yeah.
This is how not to do it.
I think he took my role tonight. What's up?
Whatever, Now we have higher expectations for you.
Oh, I know. I'm starting to shake already.
Yeah, well, at least he killed all those, but yeah, he's still taking more damage than I did for the whole target. So
It takes a while to get used to doing waypoints if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
I'm just not used to it with the ships separated, but I don't think it's a big.
It doesn't matter.
Now,
There's nothing different.
where are the waypoints?
Is that the screen, or are you just having a lot of lag?
Lag.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I never get lag. That's quite as this.
Yeah, this is horrible. No offense.
This.
Well, he's doing squiggly turns, or whatever the turns are.
This is gonna hurt. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna drive it the way without the waypoints.
okay.
So,
I think
where do the waypoints go? Do they go anywhere where you've got freedom to reset them again? Like you just go somewhere safe for a minute. And
Anywhere you can possibly click, you can set a waypoint, and I think you can do what 5 or 6.
no, but if you just do all the waypoints, they're going to rejoin each other at every corner.
no,
Every
no.
ship's going to hit that point before.
Oh, it'll stay distance apart the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why we're talking about this.
Yeah, that's why you would use a waypoint, but you can't do the whole target because there's only so many waypoints you can do.
Yeah.
So where's the first safe? Where's the first safe zone? Where does the first?
You can do 7 at a time,
7? Okay, I thought it was 6.
6 or 7. But
Yeah.
it's
Is it safe in the top left corner over there to reset your next set? Is that a good place to pause? Where are you heading now?
Sorry.
that's no problem. It's just the way it is.
You're still did better than my fleet did last time. So.
Yeah, he still probably took close to 2 hours 45 minutes.
2.5.
3:15.
10% explosive taken, 40 resisted, 39 resisted, pen, 11 taken. 1 hour 59 minutes,
All right.
39 seconds.
Okay.
That's
I was
not
off
too
for
bad.
5 minutes. Okay.
I will try this with driving it instead of the waypoints.
Okay.
He coined. Filthy coiner.
Hey, it was from Kixeye.
That's true.
Now, if I could just get Kickside to give me the $20, $19.99. Then I could have my pumpkin and
Eat it too.
eat it too.
This one will go better. How much, I'm not sure, but
Wow, what's going on with this target? It's already been hit.
it has. All right, I'll back out of this one. I want a full one.
You want a good experiment.
Yeah. What's this one? All right, give me a second here. Really? If anyone's got anything they want to say, go for it.
Can't say it here.
Imagine that. I sailed right past 2 of them.
Yeah, the locator doesn't find the closest ones. It does find them, though, just not closely. I've been running into that with FM.
Yeah. Thought Kixeye fixed this.
I come out of my base and there's a FM target sitting there, but I can hit the locator and it would point me, 30 seconds away.
Yeah. Hopefully this is a full health one. It is.
Okay, so is this going to be the Ben versus Kenny experiment?
Yes.
Whoever wins, what do they get? Pumpkin?
Your pumpkin.
Hey, that's a $20 pumpkin.
Well, considering my fleet is only half finished, I think the deck is stacked against me. I just do this fleet whenever I'm not doing FMs or raid fleets.
Which is never.
Yeah, which is almost never.
I know. How are we supposed to do both and do these upgrades? That's what's killing me more than anything, are the upgrades.
And you know the answer to that, of course.
Well, after I upgraded the
That-
suppressor, I'm not so sure.
Like that $20 offer. I mean, if I clicked on
Make
it,
more
I could start doing the Praetorians, because that fleet would be more or less dead or
That's true. You could get that done. So you can struggle with the same dilemma that I have.
done. But after giving Ben such a hard time, or was it Mike? I forget. The first time he clicked on that offer, I think we gave him 2 weeks of hell. So
That was somebody.
it was that. That was you.
Mm-hmm,
We gave you a tough time about that, didn't we?
A little bit.
But
But that was after a truce that I broke. Pass it up.
but ultimately, that's a hard non-click for me too.
But this is a
Could've
really
lied.
good deal. This is a good deal.
So was the one he hit too, but we still gave him a hard time.
Could have lied.
Well, it is a good deal for those of you that can afford to invest. It's a good investment. I give it a thumbs up if you need it. If you don't need it, don't get it.
Thank you.
That was to you, Mike.
Yes, I know. I was perceptive on that.
I'll be
That
right
one was better. Sorry about the dogs.
So an hour and 2 minutes. Or 59 minutes. What do you think? What is it?
You'll probably see before me.
Maybe.
40 and 10, resisted, taken, explosive. Same thing, penetrative. Hour and 2 minutes.
Oh, see? That's what I got on it once on my first one.
And I'm still learning it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Kenny.
I'm off the screen.
I am in trouble. Okay,
Uh-huh.
the pressure's on. My hands are shaking.
Well, we start with what you had before. You start with 4 hours. And after watching, are you learning anything to change your approach?
Well, can I?
Go ahead.
I did the first one earlier before the show.
Mm-hmm.
I had cut my damage by half hour from what it originally was.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm down to an hour less.
Okay. Well, that's what's changing the build to be more like what I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only difference that I know of on our flagship, from what I've seen,
Hyper 30.
you have the Hyper 30 and you have one more rocket,
Mm-hmm.
one less sprint. That's the only difference on the flag.
Yeah.
The rest of them, the armors,
Oh,
I got 1 missile, 2 explosive of the 25 mil armors.
mm-hmm.
But other than that, that's the only difference.
What are you thinking about with Cruise there, Kenny?
I don't know. I'm just looking at
I
it.
would either go with Steelheads or
Creeping Death.
Creeping Death.
What's creeping death look like?
It's
19% building damage, 30% or 30 extra seconds.
yeah.
That's
Well,
a
you know, it's a guy with a beard. It's
The cute guy too.
again, the best one is the demo squad. The best one's the demo squad out of all of them. But yeah,
Whoa, you just passed it.
Oh, I did.
I think so. Right there. No,
you
that's
know,
fine.
that's creeping death. Okay, that's
Oh, the cute guy one. I should have just looked for. Well, okay, wait a
okay.
second.
Well,
I don't have the right
they're not.
article.
They're not all cute.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Is it working? Your
We have learned that they're not all cute. So just so people know, what do you think you learned by what we've said and what you watched?
Me?
Yeah, Jeff. Or
Just
Ken.
maintain the separation. Use the waypoints to avoid them grouping up again.
Okay.
I think you'll cut your damage in half.
Yeah,
Well-
and the other thing is to watch out for those ships, because those ships, you can drive underneath the damage. It's missile damage on these ships. It's not rocket damage, and some of them have different projectile speeds and different arcs. So it is, it is interesting. So yeah.
Well, we shall cross our fingers and see if Kenny can improve his time. Not too hard to improve it from like 5.5 hours. So.
I have faith in you.
Oh God, I'm doomed now.
Mhm.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so general idea here is get one of
Get
them
a
in front.
gripped. Yeah, the one that has the most missile survival, planetary survival. Get that one out in front. Keep it out in front using the waypoints.
I know which color it is, but not what number it is. So I've got to do a little parade here.
Okay.
There
But
we
you
go.
can't really tell because the armors don't show up.
Yeah, but the purple one I
Yeah,
need.
but now you're gonna get in range. Okay, don't get in
Right.
range. Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, now that fucking ship is dead." That's not gonna work out well. Yeah.
Maybe he needs a beer.
Yeah, relax a bit.
It's possible.
All right, correct separation.
It looks good. Looks good.
Okay, first waypoint in the corner here, I assume.
Make sure you select them all.
I do one like just inside that little cubby hole is the first one. The next one is basically, next to the next two group, close to where you have it, and then the next one is just beyond the what looks like a hydrogen tank or whatever tank that is.
Mm-hmm.
Just beyond that, and the next one is
Thank
up the hallway.
I will.
I think I'm gonna. Okay, well, I'll get started here.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Okay, somebody's
Stormcatcher's on the phone.
yeah.
I'll just stop and pause up in that corner there. I think that give me a breath.
Yeah, and somehow they're not. They're
Yeah,
not.
the following ones didn't follow closely, did they?
Well, yeah, well, they
You
weren't.
weren't stacked when you
Weren't stacked when you started.
Okay.
Okay. And once you get up this corner, you're gonna have to watch because you want to regroup and start it again. But you can see they're gonna fire at you, so you want to get out of their way. You
Right.
want to move out of that direction of those missiles coming, and the next point is going to be in that alcove, bottom right, and then the next one's going to be, near the big turret in the middle, and the next one's going to be that alcove all the way at the left.
gotta select them all.
Yeah. Thank you. And there's one of them dragging his butt sideways.
Yeah. Well, that's their new thing. Well, yeah, it's an interesting way. I want to go all that way because, you want to kill that center island. But okay,
This won't be perfect, but it'll be below 5 hours. I can tell already.
yeah.
I'll get better.
Why is your ship falling behind?
They've started out behind. I didn't have them stacked properly again.
Okay, and I'll push one and then bring it all the way down to the bottom, the lead ship. Not all of them, but the wheat. Okay, okay, okay,
Okay, never mind. I got it.
okay. And, okay, now follow.
Good job.
Yeah, that was a little nerve-wracking.
And then hit the shift button and go over to the right. Shift button, shift right. There we go. And then shift and then put it towards the middle to basically run over that middle ship. You know, that ship that's going to be firing missiles at you. Okay, and you could stop on them at this point because
No, he's still got a glove.
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Well, not quite as good as he did, but I think I'll be a lot better than 5.5 hours.
Yep. Cut your damage in half
What do you figure? 2.5?
at most. 2,
I'll be happy if it's below 2.
I think around 2, but it's hard to say.
And I could probably shave another 20 minutes off that with a few better clicks.
257.
It takes practice to use waypoints.
I use them all the time, but usually stacked, not staggered.
It's the same thing. You just gotta.
They're much more effective when they're staggered.
Oh, 2 hours 42. Well, it's half my old damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'll live with that. I could probably shave 45 minutes off that. But remember, that's an unfinished fleet.
Mm-hmm. Also, you want to give it a shot, or you? He might be. Yeah, no, the kids aren't in school. It's Saturday over there. He might just be, tired of us. So
He's having quality time, so he's in euphoria.
yes. Alrighty. I don't know. Just trying to figure out. I don't know. I've been doing well with the targets. I'm sorry. When I run into them, when I try to broadcast them, it turns into everything just shuts down. So yeah, I don't have the computer for it. But I don't know. Anybody else have much else to talk about?
The raid coming up.
Okay.
One of the things that I was going to think, I don't know if Kicksai's listening, but one of the biggest problems now, it might not be a problem if I spend the $20. I mean the $19.99, but I was thinking, how was I going to get by with this raid with one ship or 1.5 ships, which is the best I can hope for. And it reminded me what the raids used to be like, where there were a lot of targets for the new fleet, not, the A tier and the S tier and the Bs and the Cs or whatever you want to call them. We had a tier for your fleet level. So if you only had a couple, you should have been able to do the lower tier targets. And now those lower tiers are different fleets. So if you don't have the top fleet and you don't have the second to the top fleet, I mean, you're having to go further down the list and you don't have the technology or the tokens to upgrade the low stuff. And who wants to spend time on the low stuff when you need to upgrade the high stuff? Anyway.
You need to be more specific on this because otherwise you're just confusing people. And I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest.
Okay, well now
the low stuff versus the high stuff. You need to provide.
Okay, I'll try to do better.
Mile markers or something like that we can.
Okay, S target you need the Pegasus for, right? But the A targets you'll need the Dragoons for. Where in the old days, your S target was for a fully fitted fleet or kitted fleet, and the A target was for a fleet that's incomplete, but able to do the target. So you were able to still use your new fleet. You just didn't have to hit. You just didn't get the highest amount. Do you know what I don't know how to explain it.
Okay. I'm ready. Is there anything else anybody has to say before we wind up?
I'll try and summarize that a little better. There was always a plan B. Now it's there. You've got your best fleet, or you're going to grind the heck out of the game. And
with the old fleets,
there's no middle ground anymore. It's a big.
There you go. And now they've made it worse, because to do the A fleet with your dragoons, the last raid fleet, now you have to get a new gun for it. So they didn't even leave it like it was. It's not like it's going to be the same target or even the same fleet level. They've added something new that you have to refit. So it's made it too difficult. I'd rather be working on my new fleet. I'd rather have an easier target to hit with my new fleet if I don't have it fully kitted out.
That's simple.
Did you understand it that way?
Okay.
Hefe's in a grumpy mood.
Yeah.
No. I just don't understand what's being said. But yeah, I'm not.
It's either old fleet or new fleet finished.
I mean, I do understand, and I have seen across what's happened at this point in time that there is no, if you get your at this point in time, if you get your fleet half done, if your Pegasus are half done, they're bullshit. There's no way to use them.
Right.
And so, and you probably need to have the flak and everything else. Otherwise, you need to have the old stuff. There's no room for people that are only got halfway to the asset. Is that what you're saying? Yes.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And to add insult to injury, now you have to refit the old stuff to be viable in the new raid. With the old, it's not really an old target, but a lower target than the asset.
Okay.
So I'm either refitting old stuff to do the raid, or I'm trying to build new stuff. And
yeah, that's what I told her. I mean, you could refit your old stuff. It's still not the same. But yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about I want to be able to use my half-built fleet for something.
Yeah. No. And a lot of players are in that boat. I completely agree that a lot of players in that boat that, I've,
Chuck said it. Put Chuck's comment on their screen.
I may have a clue of what she's trying to say. Is before, if you didn't have a full fleet for the raid, you use what you had built on a lower target.
Correct.
Yeah. But
And,
the tier limiting is the problem. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Well, it's not. Yeah, they're limiting the fleets that can be used. So Chuck said it. He made the comment. It's the elite. You either have the elite build, or the players are screwed again, and target tuning on drop-down target stock. Well, that doesn't really say it either. But yeah, before the entire raid was good for your whole fleet, and now you've got to have multiple fleets to do multiple tiers.
Yeah, but the tier limiting is the issue.
Yeah.
From what I can tell.
But are they going to make a B target that my Pegasus can do, as well as my bat rays or whatever? No.
Okay.
And that's what they should.
I would prefer the Praetorians not be in these pillage raids anyway, for different reasons. But I mean, it should be the top 2 raid targets in the top tier, and then third in the third next tier, and so on. Putting Praetorians in here just is weird.
In the pillage, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. So, alrighty. Anything else we want to talk about at this point in time?
Nope.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
We're done trying to explain what Lady Cat was trying to say.
I'm pretty good at picking up what people want to say, but yeah, that I didn't get. But yeah.
You get it.
Mm. Alrighty. Well, so we'll see you all on Wednesday at this point.
Raid day.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Is it really?
And
Yeah.
Shit.
Jeff is really going to have to be the guinea pig that day.
I will have 5 finished ships, believe it or not.
Yeah, because you're going to buy the 1999 tokens deal.
Oh, if I, not as long as Mike is on here to yell at me for.
No, please buy them.
No, yeah.
Actually, Aussie will be the one most pissed at me.
Mike don't care.
Mike's already bought them 3 times. So.
No, I haven't.
Or you could buy them for me if you want to. I wouldn't stop.
Sure, be happy to. I'll do it next week.
Yeah, next
Give me
week.
till tomorrow morning, if you will. I don't get paid till tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to be the.
And what do you get paid in, Mike?
You get paid as soon as the TLO. As soon as,
Pesos.
Okay.
as soon as the TLO is up.
Oh, no, lira. That's what I get.
I'm just going to.
All right. Okay.
All right. It's after
just-
shift time. We're all
All
tired.
right. Well, yeah. People are talking to me. Okay.
What, lira is the word?
No.
Okay. I'll go back to sleep.
No, we all need to. I do. Have a good night, everybody. Good luck.
Good night, everyone.
See ya.
Goodness sakes.
We lost Hefe.
The show goes on.